Welcome to Dangerous Skills for Living and our series of EDC, or Everyday Carry presentations. I'm your host, Charles Powell. Our Everyday Carry topic today might put you in mind of 9/11 or a like scenario. Millions of people have come across the U.S. border in the past 3 years, most of them seeking a better life, but experts whose opinion I admire and trust believe that thousands of the newcomers were sent here for the purposes of terrorism and insurgent actions against our homeland. Now, one of the voices I greatly admire is that of former CIA targeter Sarah Adams. Sarah has stated that based on the intel she's uncovered, that sometime in 2025, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and other non-affiliated actors will stage mass casualty events across the U.S., much in the same fashion of the attacks made by Hamas against Israel on October 7, 2023. Schools, shopping centers, public events, houses of worship, seats of local power, state and federal, are considered to be the prime targets. These events will probably be designed to take place over a number of days, with a suspected loss of life to be far beyond that of 9/11. What might your everyday carry look like in such a situation? Only you can decide for yourself, but I decided to ask myself that question: what would be my own EDC in such a like circumstance? And the following is my personal answer to the question of what do I do when the Schumer hits the fan? Short notice everyday carry. All of the items in this presentation, which are considered by law to be NFA items, have been approved for me to possess, and I have the appropriate paperwork and paid tax stamps in hand. You live your life according to the law at all times, and I will do the same. One of the best authors and speakers on the subject of what to do when the worst happens is a fellow by the name of John Wesley Rawls, and he came up with the term Schumer hits the fan. And it's a fine way of not saying the other more rude term while still getting your point across. All right, I always like to begin with the firearm. And my main firearm selection in a situation like I've described is the Brugger & Temet GHM-9G. It is the Brugger & Temet GHM firearm with a Glock lower in 9mm. And mine is the short barrel 9mm weapon, which is what most people would be considered. It looks like a submachine gun. It is not. This firearm is strictly semi-automatic. One trigger pull equals one round fired. The 9G designation means the Swiss-made sewing machine that I hold in my hands right now has the Glock 9mm lower and takes Glock OEM 9mm magazines from 15 rounds to 33 round sticks. Now, I installed an ELF brand flat-face tune trigger. You can tune it between 3 and 4 pounds. The firearm comes with flip-up sights, which I never use. My friends, in short, this is the finest piece of kit I've ever laid my hands on. I still love my Glock 19X, but this is the finest piece of kit I own. Now, when it comes to an optic, I selected the Meprolite M22. And I'll tell you, for the GHM-9G, it is perfect. It's a self-illuminated reflex red dot sight with fiber optic illumination in the daytime and premium Swiss processed tritium vials by night. They operate in any lighting condition. This sight is used by units within the Israeli military, the IDF, and it's 100% self-illuminating aiming solution. No batteries are needed. The reticle illumination is auto-adjusted based on ambient light levels with a 10-year warranty on the tritium illuminants. My optic came to me with a 10 MOA triangle reticle, and it is just flawless. Now for my suppression, I favor the Dead Air Wolfman 9mm modular suppressor. Mine is the real Tommy Tactical version with a 3-lug connector. Oh, wow, I feel just like a Navy SEAL when I connect it. I just want to go out and do something really secret and then come home and write a book about it. Yeah, that's beautiful. I also have the firearm outfitted with this adjustable brace, and although this is an NFA item for which I have tax stamp, I didn't get the buttstock. I'm still using the brace. There's no need for me to spend more money on that. The other thing I also went for is the Enforce weapon light. I like that a lot. Now, you just can't carry this thing around in your hands all day. So I go for all of my tactical needs by a short barrel firearm all the way up to an AR or a Mark 12 or anything, I use the Blue Force Gear Vickers Tactical Sling. It's fully adjustable for different carry purposes. It's also got quick connect adapters. I'm a big fan of these. I own a number of them. Now, that is the Brugger & Temet GHM. But what would I pair that with? In this case, the only real choice for me is the Glock 19X with a Streamlight TRL1HL light illumination weapon light. One of the best features of this being a total kit together is that, drum roll, it allows me to use the same magazines. The GHM and the 19X utilize the same magazines. And under these particular EDC circumstances, this fact is what I call a kit multiplier. Magazines, yes. Again, I want to go over those individually and give them more time than I did a moment ago. Because the fact that the OEM Glock mags that go with the Glock 19X, and then the Magpul 27 round GL9s, and the OEM Glock 33 round magazines work in either firearm. Let me tell you what else they work with. I also place them in my custom Bushido tactical plate carrier designed for 9mm high capacity stick magazines. Check your local laws for magazine regulations, or simply move to a state that values the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, like my beloved Georgia. But if you move here, be sure you vote right, or just stay in California, Stan, where you belong. Sorry, a little carried away. Hey, let's talk about blades. I finally move away from my Columbia River folder. Now, in this situation and circumstance, I've got this, the Benchmade Nemravus. It's a fixed blade knife. I won't say why, what, I won't name every feature, but my gosh, just look at it. Get a close-up of this thing and see how awesome it is. Why wouldn't you carry this knife? It works in so many different configurations and cuts so many different types of surfaces. Yeah. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Day X, our next 9/11, could come any day now. So be prepared and watchful at all times. But that's not up to me or you when it takes place. It's up to the thousands of terrorists that the enemies of freedom welcomed over the border in the last few years. So kit up, friends, and make your plan with your family so that they can act on it at a moment's notice as soon as they know that terrible day has arrived. We'll see you next time on Dangerous Skills for Living. Thanks.